Today on Down to the Wire. Warming up. Team Canada opens its Olympic campaign with 2 easy wins on their quest for gold. Today is Friday, February 14, 2014. I'm Shawn and this is Andrés, and this is episode number 9 of Down to the Wire. And Canada kicked off their Olympic campaign yesterday with a 3-1 win over Norway.
The first game, has to be said, had a bit of a slow start. A lot of people worrying because, it was only a 3-1 victory. That said, we still got the W, which is the important thing. And the team started to gel together. So, I think that's what counted the most. Goals by Shea Weber, Drew Doughty, and Jamie Benn. Carey Price in net with a decent job, didn't have an awful lot of work. That one mistake where he let in the goal. But otherwise, pretty solid.
Chemistry's out there. It's the first game. However, with that being said, it's an easy opponent, and it kind of worries Canadian fans when you have guys like Sidney Crosby and Jonathan Toews. Jonathan Toews didn't even have a shot in that game, and you're getting offense from the defense, which is great, but your big guys that are expected to score a lot against easy opponents weren't even there. The best forward on the ice for Team Canada in Game 1 was John Tavares, and he's playing on the 3rd line, 4th line. Team Canada's first line is going up against the top line for Norway, but come on, it's Norway. They should be scoring a lot more. Yes, it's only the first game, and in the second game, it was way better, 6-0 the final. Roberto Luongo was solid in this game as well. And, Jeff Carter makes a difference with the hat-trick. Drew Doughty and Shea Weber getting goals as well. But still, there's no Sidney Crosby, there's no Jonathan Toews when you get goals going. And it's against easy opponents here, so you wonder against bigger opponents if they're going to be able to perform. It's kind of a worry for Team Canada fans now.
Yeah, today against Austria, very similar start. But I think what's key for the Canadians here is getting that early goal, getting that momentum. That's what's going to push them through. I mean, as soon as they got that first goal, it was pretty much all Canada. Yep. With the exception of the third period, they kind of let go a little bit, slow down. But still, overall, especially in that second period, almost entirely in Canada's control. And like you were saying, even though some of the players that you expect to be the best in the world, Sidney Crosby, Jonathan Toews, with slow starts, other guys stepping up and doing their job. Jamie Benn has been impressive, like you said, that line of Patrice Bergeron, John Tavares, and Jamie Benn. Mm-hmm. 4th line, but probably the best one on the team so far. Yep. Still early in the tournament, still a long way to go, but the other big stars need to start speeding things up a little bit. Now,
going into Finland, the next game on Sunday, you have Carey Price, 22 saves, lets in that 1 goal. His mistake from behind the net, mishandles the puck. And then you have Roberto Luongo, who's considered the second goalie apparently. But he pitches a shutout. Only 1 more save though, 23 saves. It's kind of hard to tell with these two teams that they face. It's a lack of effort. The goalies don't have to do much to make saves with the teams that they're facing. But with that being said, it's a question now who's going to be in for Game 3. And most people are saying Carey Price deserves it, but Roberto Luongo is showing consistency. His positioning was solid today, and I think he deserves to start on Sunday.
This is going to be the game that most likely determines who starts for the rest of the tournament, and I would also give it to Luongo. I mean, a lot of people have bashed on him for choking in the past in the NHL outside of the Olympics, but very similar performance to Carey Price in my opinion as well. Better positioning though. And he's gotten more experience out of them too at the Olympics, of course, having played in 2010. So I think he should get it, and based on that performance, see how things go forward. Let's talk a little bit about the other teams in the tournament. Who are the teams that are going to be in Canada's way to get the gold medal?
Obviously, the big names, Sweden and U.S. come to mind when you think about that. However, Sweden losing a key their captain for Sweden. Now things get from bad to worse for Sweden. They lost Henrik, and now they lose Henrik Zetterberg as well. But the U.S., full throttle, they win big time. Their big guys were their big guys, and you got Phil Kessel with 3 points, Paul Stastny in his first Olympics with 2 goals, and everything's clicking for U.S. from game one. So that's kind of a scare right there.
You were saying Sedin, Zetterberg, and Franzen, 3 huge names out for Sweden. Going into these Olympics, they're projected to be third by most experts, behind Canada and Russia, of course, on home soil and with a fantastic team. They will most likely go all the way to the final. But now Sweden taking huge hits, still getting the wins, but games are a lot closer than they would have been if they'd had those 3 stars. So now the States comes into the conversation a bit more. They've had a solid start, and they could definitely go further than people are expecting them to.
Russia, I forgot about them, but home ice advantage is definitely going to be a key factor, but it's going to be determined when Russia faces the States tomorrow at 7:30. That's going to be a big game, because if the States all of a sudden win, they're going to be talking about gold medal in the U.S. for sure. Basically, whoever wins this game takes the group and has an easier route to the finals. So it's going to be a big game to watch, and that will determine who's going to get into Canada's way come finals.
Yep. That said, Canada has Finland, probably the biggest game in the group for them this Sunday. And after that game, that's when we'll see how the team looks and, whether they're going to go all the way this year. I think that basically covers it for us today.
Yep.
Sorry for the gap in between again. Stuff is crazy sometimes with school. But we'll be back next week with soccer and the week after to recap off the Olympic tournament. And that's going to do it. Thanks for watching.
Yep, and don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And like our Facebook page as well for our videos every week. We'll try. And yeah, thanks for watching.